Well, here we are, week 2 of the Great North American Stampin' Show. Can you see it? This is the crown. You guys, I won last week by one vote. One vote. Every vote counts. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Lisa came in second, and I'm going to tell you what, her project was great. Her project was great. I hope you loved week 1 of the new Great North American Stampin' Show with Lauren and Jody and Lisa and myself. And while I love this crown, which Mark Salva had made for me at Disney World, I know you're like, Julie, that's a little much. It is not much. You want to see a little much? I'll put my second crown on too. That might be a little much, but I'm gonna do it. Anyway, so here we go, week 2. So this is the challenge this week. We are working off of the suite featured on page 48. It is the Turtly Cute suite, but remember, we don't have to duplicate these projects. We don't even have to use the stamp set. Like I said, well, I hadn't said it yet, but I will. Anyway, I was inspired by the flags, the party flags. I wanted to do something that was kind of fun and whimsical and party. And I had these in my closet from another event, and I thought, these are super fun. This is what we are doing. So we are making, are you ready? Pinwheels, party pinwheels, and they move. They move. Oh my gosh, they're so fun and they're so easy, and I think you're gonna love them. I hope you do. Let's go. Well, I thought you might want to see my crown one more time. Not that I'm gloating. All right, I digress. Okay, so as I mentioned before, the suite for this week is the Turtly Cute suite. Now, this is page 48. Now, remember the rules. We don't have to duplicate anything on this page, nor do we even have to use this stamp set. But this is the suite that is inspiring us. So for me, you've got several cards. This is a box, but I went with these party pennants. Now, I did not make a pennant, but I thought, you know what? This would be super fun to make a party decoration. So I am going to show you how to make the easiest party decoration ever. Okay? So let's get going. So here's what you're going to do. This is like old school crafting too. Okay? We don't have all our fancy tools. We do, however, have our ruler and a pencil. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to mark a line from corner to corner. This is a piece of 6x6 cardstock. Actually, it's DSP, and I am so lazy, I didn't even cut it from anything. This is actually from the Brights DSP, and I love it because I think that the Brights are just such a pretty color combination. And so this is the Granny Apple Green. If you guys been around here more than a minute, you know that it is my favorite color. So I have drawn my lines. Let me see if you can kind of see them there. That is, yeah, there we go. There's one, there's two. And in the center here, I'm going to take my Take a Pick tool, and I'm actually just grabbing my sanding block because I just want a little bit piece of foam to stick this in. And right there where those two lines intersect, I'm just going to poke a hole. Okay, so just like so. All right, then I'm going to take my scissors because I told you what we're doing is we are making a pinwheel decoration. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut on that line right up to about an inch from my center point. And I'm just kind of eyeballing. If you want to do all your measuring and get it exactly right, then you will be like Mark Salva hanging pictures. And I can just give you a little hint that we have got a lot of pictures that are leaning against walls. So eyeballing is the way to go. So just cutting these 4 lines with my paper snips, my very favorite scissors. They're so sharp for cutting. I gave a pair of scissors for ribbon. Jackie tells me I talk about them all the time, but I have an attachment to them. Okay, so there we go. Next thing you're going to do, take a hole punch. This is a 1/16 hole punch, but you could use any 1/8, whatever. And punch a hole at the tip of each of these little triangles. You're going to alternate, okay? And you'll see what I'm saying here. So I'm going to punch one here. And then I'm going to punch one here. See, I didn't do it there. I'm alternating, okay? So every other one, skip one, whatever verbiage you need it to be, that's what we're doing. All right. So there you go. Now, I want the flowers to be on the outside. They're prettier. So don't do what I did. I would have drawn my lines on this side because this is going to be my inside, but I didn't do it, and you know, so it is. We'll make it work. Now, here's something that Stampin' Up! Doesn't have. We used to, and I wish we did. I call them brads. Some people call them paper fasteners, whatever. You may have some in your stash, but if you don't, any craft store has them. So I think I got these at Hobby Lobby, and honestly, they match really, really well. So I am putting the brad through the hole of one of the triangles. Pick any one you want. It doesn't matter, okay? And then just go through, and I'm going counterclockwise, but again, that doesn't even matter. Just take every hole and weave it up here into this brad. Okay. And this is my last one. See how it's starting to come together in that whole pinwheel formation? Now, we have one more thing yet that we need to do, okay? One more thing yet that we need to do. I'm going to kind of smush these down a little bit. Very lightly, though, because I don't want it to be super flat. Okay. Now, last thing we need to do, I've got a straw. And this straw, I've got a bunch of these. This is a paper straw, but it's one of those really firm paper straws. Smush down one end, okay? Smush down one end. And then take that hole punch and punch a hole in that section there. Okay, and you can see where I've done that, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is take my brad with all these ends on it. I'm going to kind of finagle. You guys know that's my word, okay? We're finagling. And I'm going to put it right through that center point. Remember where I poked that hole in that center point? I've taken it right through there. And then I'm going to take it right through my straw. And then I'm going to put my ends down, and look here. Look at here. We have got the cutest pinwheel, and how quick was it, right? And here's the thing. This pinwheel turns. Kind of got to loosen that hole up a little bit, but then look at there. And see, so that's why I like doing this as opposed to using glue dots or hot glue or anything like that. Now, of course, this is Stampin' Up, so I do need to stamp something. So I want to show you a little trick. I want to make a tag, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a scrap of white. It's about 2.5 inches wide. And then I'm going to take a scrap of Flirty Flamingo, again in color DSP, okay? And I'm going to use this side because I don't want it to like make too much of a contrast with my pinwheel. And I'm just going to glue it on here, okay? And I know you're like, Julie, it's not long enough. Okay, you guys, I know, okay? Then I'm going to take a 1/4 inch of the Flirty Flamingo as well. And I'm going to, I don't want to get adhesive here. Let me just use this. Put some adhesive down this 1/4 inch strip, okay? And I'm going to overlap this 1/4 inch strip right here. And I know right now you're like, Julie, that's the ugliest tag in the world. You guys have such little faith in me. You really, really do. I'm going to take the stamp from, and I've not used this set before, but it's from Tags to Go, okay? And I like this, Today Marks an Adventure, okay? Today Marks an Adventure. To me, it kind of feels like it fits the fun of the pinwheel, so I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo and ink this up, and then gently push down. Okay, so Today Marks an Adventure. All right, then what I would do, if I had my Big Shot here, I would take my Everyday Arches. Oh, now you can kind of see what I'm doing. And I would use it to cut out that tag. And what happens when you do that is you get this. Now, I do need to go and stamp Today Marks an Adventure on this. So I'm going to do it again in Flirty Flamingo. Okay. You know what? I don't think I want to do Flirty Flamingo. This is my fun pinwheel. I can make a change if I want to. You guys have been around me long enough to know I will absolutely do that. I'm going to my favorite. Come here, Granny Apple Green. You know you couldn't sit there on that Stampin' shelf for long, could you? All right, there we go. Today Marks an Adventure. And again, lightly stamping. There we go. Ooh, yay, I love it. I love pink and green together. I know Flirty Flamingo isn't quite pink, but it is fun. Now, how am I going to adhere this to this? If I put it there, it looks weird. If I hang, I mean, it's kind of hard to hang. Look what we're going to do. Another hole punch. This is from like the $1.25 tree. I refuse to call it Dollar Tree anymore. I am not doing it. They're getting my quarter. They're going to be the $1.25 tree. And I'm going to punch a hole right through there. And then look what we're going to do. We are going to weave this tag right up the straw like that. And I'm kind of going to finagle a little bit. In fact, I could take my pencil, and I'm using it just to kind of break the fibers because I want this tag to kind of hang down a little bit. And because I want a little bit of help there, I'm going to grab a mini dimensional. I've told you guys how much I don't like these. And then all of a sudden, man, I'm using them on everything. So I don't have to like something for it to have a purpose. So I'm going to use a mini dimensional, and it's going to hold that tag down. I could use a glue dot if I wanted to, but no, mini dimensional is the way I'm going to go. So, ta-da! That is my pinwheel and tag. Now, you might be asking yourself, Julie, what am I going to do with that? Why did you do that? This is going to be great. You could put a bunch of them together. Here's one that I made in Daffodil Delight and Azure Afternoon. So you could put them together in like a vase or a mason jar. You could also, this is what I think they'd be super cute laid out if I were having like multiple seats around a table, like for a picnic or something, on top of the plates, like as a centerpiece. How cute are these though? So cute. So I love them. I was inspired again by the pennants in the Turtley Cute Sweet collection, and I made a pinwheel. So I hope you guys liked it. What do you think? All right, so that's the project. Quick, easy, anybody can do this. I did it with 6x6 paper, but you can use any size as long as it's square. I hope you enjoyed the little technique I showed you for how to make the tag with the Big Shot. And I hope you had fun. So you know the drill. Watch the other 3 videos, vote for the one you like best. How do you vote? By clicking thumbs up. And if you enjoyed this, share it with your friends. And as Mark Salva says, like and subscribe. Guys, I hope you had a good time. I will see you next week for week 3 of the Great North American Stampin' Show. I'm Julie Salva. You're at Stampin' Shine with Julie Salva. And now we're done. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.